I look like I belong on the prairie right about now, and that's okay because maybe I do. It's furiously raining outside. Fuck. God said, fuck you, Helena, and your video filming plans. Not entirely sure if you can see any of the actual rain, but it is pouring at the moment. We love this for me. Try to make quality videos, and this is the thanks I get. SMH my head. Hi everybody, welcome back to my channel. So today I'm going to be doing a video that I've actually never seen on YouTube before and I feel like would be really helpful, and that is how to schedule college classes in an effective way, because scheduling college classes is not fun and it can be very stressful if you have no clue what you're doing, like I did. Story time. My first college scheduling experience was for my spring semester of freshman year, because at the college that I go to, which is Otterbein University, they schedule your freshman courses for you as like I guess it's like a teaching tool kind of thing. So you can see like what you should do, I guess, and how your schedule should be formatted in the future. Why am I blue? Lordy lord. The lighting's just not going to be good today, okay? That's just how it's going to go. Anyways, back to my story. My first advisor that I had in my old major royally fucked up my schedule, and essentially everything was wrong. The only things that were right were my 4 core classes, which I guess is good, but everything else on there was just not correct by any means. He only got my core biology, chemistry, and math credits correct, and then the labs that go with those, and then he put on some like weird classes, some weird electives. He got timing wrong for a lot of stuff. He didn't put me in a couple classes that I wanted to be in. It was just a whole mess, and I really had to change a lot of it on my own. So I really had no clue how to actually schedule for my spring semester, so I was basically freaking the fuck out when it came to scheduling time. So when it came to that time, I was really, I guess panicking is not the right word, but I was not having a good time because I didn't really know what I was supposed to be doing. So I just figured it all out on my own, and then when it came to my second scheduling experience, which was for my upcoming fall semester, I actually knew what I was doing, which is nice. Today I want to tell you guys about tips and tricks and stuff that I learned from that really horrible experience. Why do I look sunburnt? Why do my arms look burnt? Do you see that? I can't catch a break, can I? The first thing that I want to talk to you guys about is degree audits. So, it is very likely that your university is going to have something similar to a degree audit like Otterbein does. It might be called something different, but you will probably have some way to look at your progress within your major, your minor, and your gen eds, whatever it may be. Ours is called the degree audit or the degree evaluation report. So, I don't have the ability to screen record and put things into editing software, so I'm just going to show you guys as best as I can, but that's my degree audit, at least the top of it. So that's my degree audit, and it basically shows every single class that you have taken or need to take within your major or minor. Like at the top, it shows like my GPA, it shows how many credit hours I've taken out of how many I need. This lighting makes me look evil. Anyway, it tells you all the gen ed requirements, how many integrative studies, which is just your baseline English classes you've taken, different requirements like your math requirement, skills development requirement, health requirement, and then all your requirements for your major and for your minor. The degree audit is probably one of the most useful tools that you can use when working on your schedule and trying to figure out what you need to do both for the upcoming semester and way ahead of time. And that brings me to my next point. You should really schedule as ahead of time as you possibly can. My personal advice is to create a 4-year course plan for yourself, or in my case, a 3-year course plan, because I changed my major after my first year, and so I technically only have 3 years to fit in all of this stuff. It's doable, it's not going to be fun, but it's doable, okay? So I made a 3-year course plan, and here it is. Just give you a little glance. Here's the second page. Because of my situation, I'm very pressed for credit hours and time to take all the classes that I need. So I'm a little stressed, but we're working on it. I wanted to see what I would have to take over the next 3 years, how many credit hours I would need, how I would need to plan everything out over the next 3 years to be done in the next 3 years and not have to take an extra semester or year or whatever before I go on to grad school. So that's what this is. My classes for next semester are already actually completely set and ready to go. So that's what this first one is. And for those of you who don't know, I am a music major. I just changed my major from biochemistry, molecular biology to music BA with a minor in psychology. So that's what all of this is. So the music major, just the plain music BA, is actually not super rigorous. However, I also have a concentration in music history and literature that I need to consider because I believe we are forced to have a concentration of some kind. And I ran into some confusion with this earlier when I was doing this, and I realized that I have a lot of questions that I need to be asking my advisor about what I actually am supposed to be doing, because I'm going to talk about this later, but the course handbook that I found for the department is different than the one on the university catalog website. And so I don't fully know what I'm supposed to be doing course-wise, but I need to find that out. So I'm gonna do that later. Anyway, my classes for next semester are already set. I have to take some freshman baseline courses that I haven't taken yet, even though I'm a sophomore, because again, I changed my major. I've said that so many times, I'm probably annoying the hell out of whoever's watching this. We get it, Helena, you changed your major. So I have to take Aural Skills 1, Piano 1, and Intro to Music, which are all freshman level baseline music courses. And then I have to take my first concert attendance because I haven't done that either. I have to take Music Theory 3. I tested out of Music Theory 1. I took Theory 2 last semester. There you go. Chronological order. And then I have technically 5 ensembles next semester, but one of them is my private lessons. And then I have my psychology class for my minor. It sounds like a lot, and it's gonna feel like a lot, but it's only 13 credit hours. And I was really struggling for credit hours for next semester, let me tell you. But I figured it out thanks to my lovely, lovely degree audit. Papa bless for the degree audit. So my spring semester of next school year is actually gonna be a complete mess, and I actually have no idea what's gonna happen with my classes, because on here, okay, I have it listed as 17.5 credit hours, and our maximum at Otterbein is 18 before you have to pay more money. So I'm gonna try that, but here's the issue. So I've got a lot of classes set in stone. Aural Skills 2, Piano 2, Concert Attendance 2, my major ensemble, percussion ensemble, lessons, pep band, and then sophomore conference. And then, here's the kicker. Here's one of the discrepancies that I found with the course catalogs is one of them says I have to take either Music Theory 4 or Music History 1, but then for my concentration it says I have to take one of those as well, but it's whichever one I didn't take for the core classes, so I have to take them both anyway, and I don't know if I'm going to be able to take them at the same time or if I actually do have to take both of them. So if I take both of them, then all of this music classes will be 13.5 credit hours. The second discrepancy I had was if I'll have space in my schedule to take our digital arts class and Intro to Music as a profession. Those are easier to wiggle around semesters, so it's not a big deal, but I gotta figure my shit out is what I'm trying to say. But if I take both Music Theory 4 and Music History 1 at the same time, I can't take an integrative studies class, which means I have to take one over the summer, and here's the other kicker. I'm talking so fast right now. During May term, I might be taking an INST, which is actually a 3-week trip to Vienna. I just said that all so fast. I got a lot going on right now, but I'm working on it. But I feel like after I get through my sophomore year, everything's gonna be peachy. Then for junior year, my maximum credits, I have 14.5 with question marks, because I don't know if I'm gonna have to move some stuff around, or add stuff, or take stuff away, we'll see. But I have oral skills 3, concert attendance 3, marching band, major ensemble, lessons, and then my lifetime fitness requirement, music history 2, integrative studies, a psychology class, and then a concentration related class. And then spring semester is about the same, except my max hours is 16 with a question mark. So I have oral skills 4, music history 3, concert attendance 4, pep band, major ensemble, lessons, INST, psychology class, and then concentration related class. And then my senior year, fall of senior year, I think I have 18 credit hours with a question mark because I might be taking 2 concentration classes, I don't really know. But I've got my lessons, marching band, concert attendance 5, my major ensemble, concentration class 2, psychology class, integrative studies / my senior year experience. And in spring, I have maximum 18, but probably not that much, but we'll see. Because again, I don't know what I'm doing. Lessons, pep band, my 6th concert attendance, major ensemble, concentration, other ensembles question mark, and then concentration again. So, I've got it all planned out, but the key to it is that it's literally just an outline. There's no guarantees in it, but it's helpful to have it all laid out so you know everything that you have to do and so you know what you can move around. It's basically just like a plan of attack, but it's not guaranteed by any means. It's really helpful to just have it laid out on paper so you can see like, okay, here's what I'm doing then, here's what I'm doing there. Am I good for credit hours? Am I good for my major, my minor, whatever it may be? And this scheduling ahead of time thing goes hand in hand with handbooks. Haha, funny. And one of my biggest pieces of advice as well, alongside the degree audit and planning ahead, is to check and see if your university has any kind of online handbook for your department or an online course catalog. So the music department at Otterbein actually has their own online handbook that you can easily access, and it tells you pretty much anything you'd need to know about being a music major. And if you scroll down far enough, it takes you to major requirements, which is very helpful in planning, and it also tells you about concentrations. And then there's also an online course catalog that you can look at, which is the academic programs and degree requirements page on our website. It's very likely that your university will have something similar to that on their website or accessible to you wherever it may be if it's not public. But on here, I'm looking at the 2018-2019 one, but it goes through all of the majors and minors at the school. I'm gonna go to my major really quick if I can find it. Music BA. That's me. So if you go to the Music BA page, it tells you pretty much everything in the degree audit, but it's just laid out a lot easier. You can click on the classes and it will tell you what they're about, all the credit hours, and if you have any prerequisites that you need to worry about to take the class. It's easier to read on this website, but it's not as, I guess, formal as the degree audit, and the degree audit shows everything that you've already taken, so if you use them hand in hand, it's a foolproof system for getting everything in that you need. And then another thing that you can use, if your university has something like it, we have something called OtterNet, or Otter Creep, as the kids say, where you can look at all of your past course schedules, and it shows you layouts. So I'm currently looking at my one from my fall semester, and it shows all your course layouts, all the classes that you took, and you can go through all the semesters. Here's my upcoming semester, and it's another easy way to see stuff that you've already taken or are going to be taking. And it also helps a lot with figuring out timing of things. Like if you need to find out like what times you can work or what times you can tutor people, whatever it may be. So both of those things are very helpful for when you're scheduling your time outside of your classes as well. So that is that. The last couple things I just wanted to... I'm breaking stuff. The last couple things I just wanted to make a comment on is that if you're struggling with scheduling, talk to other people in your major. And I know that this is not accessible for first semester freshmen unless you already do know somebody that's in your major, in which case, good on ya. If you know somebody in your major, ask them for advice, especially if they're older. Ask them for advice on what they did when they were scheduling if you're having issues, because there's no better person to ask than someone who's already done it before. So if you're having issues, talk to somebody that you know, that you're friends with, or send an email to your advisor, meet with your advisor if they are helpful for you. And then the last thing is that if you are planning on going to grad school or like medical school or veterinary school or some further up schooling of any kind, I highly suggest to go on their website and see if they have any specifications for what classes you need to have taken in your undergraduate degree to get in, because the worst thing that could ever really happen is if you have everything except you're missing like one class. Like you have all the test scores, all the GPA, and they say, you know, get away because you didn't take this obscure physics class that we wanted, or this communications class that nobody has ever heard of. Check on the websites of like grad school or whatever school you're planning on. You can easily just look up like what do you need to get into vet school, because my previous plans were to go to vet school and there was this one communications class that they asked for, or there was like a communications pre-requirement for them to even look at your application for the school, and I didn't even know about it. And you don't want to like have that one thing just dangling over your shoulders because you didn't know you needed it to get into the school. So that is probably something that you should do if you are planning on going to a higher level of education after your undergrad degree. So with all of that being said, I think I'm going to go ahead and sign off this video, and if you ever have any questions, please go ahead and drop them in the comments below. Also, it stopped raining, by the way. I'm really glad it was only aggressively storming for the time that I was filming. I love my life. I love being alive. It's so cool and epic. Anyway, I'm gonna close out this video. I hope I was helpful. I hope I was entertaining. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Goodbye, everyone.